right, AAF podcast, all about football podcast. We're kicking it Chelsea style today. We're gonna have a caucus, just a chat amongst the gents regarding the state of affairs at Stamford Bridge. I'm not alone. My name is Nompi Dizzle. I'm with my boys, Mavusana and TP as well, fellow Chelsea fans. Gents, salute.
How's it, bro? All right.
Great. Okay, let's just get straight into it. What the fuck is going on at Stamford Bridge?
Oh, you wanna start it, bro? I don't know what's happening, but what I expect is top four and the domestic cup. Should we fail, let's say we don't make top four, Atletico knocks us out Champions League. The only saving grace for Frank would be the FA Cup. Now, should we not win the FA Cup, no top four, knocked out round 16, then I'm with the group that says Frank must go end of the season. Those are my thoughts.
Question to you, and maybe you can give me some hope as well. You are confident in saying those things that you expect, top four, etc. What are you basing that on?
I'm basing on the current performance. I think the back five, I'm happy. We're just conceding silly goals, but when it comes to the first mid three, that pivot role, when it comes to Kante or Jorginho, I don't know why we're still playing Jorginho. That's my problem. But yeah,
Jorginho must go back to Italy ASAP, or he must go to Kazakhstan. Far. Jorginho is a waste. Not that he's a waste of space or a waste of human, but for the level of
he's a good player, but he doesn't fit.
Look, bro, I have a problem that we've got pieces of a puzzle, but the puzzle is not fitting. Like, we don't know how to play Havertz properly in terms of, does he play as an attacking 8? If we play him as a 10, then Jorginho or Kovacic has to play. Lampard's favorite boy doesn't play Mount. Then we only play with one striker. We've got good pieces in terms of Werner, we've got Ziyech, but playing them all together is the problem. I don't think we can play, for example, Pulisic, Werner, Ziyech, Havertz, Mount, and Kante. We get open too much against the bigger teams. You know, we can play probably today against a Fulham and hopefully win. But now, I feel, just as my opinion, every team has to play that Kaunyana, be it a Tammy, with a Werner, and we can't just play all our stars and think we'll win. We can't just play Pulisic, Havertz, Werner, Mount, Ziyech all at once. No, there must be that one Kaunyana. When I say cow, with all due respect, Giroud, he's not a cow, but he must start, you know, and allow the other players to thrive around him. That's just my cry, that we can't play all our best players at the same time. Because at the same time as well, what's our bench like? Who do we have when things are tough? We can't expect Giroud to come on 75th minute. He's slow, he's not going to make impact.
What are you basing that on? Why can't we play our stars?
With TP's points, then we all in agreement that we've got the personnel, right? Sure.
I fully agree.
We've got the squad. Yeah. So then what's the problem? Then it goes down to Frank. There's sometimes when we pitch on the field, we don't show up. Like, you can see from the first 5 minutes, we're gonna get a spanking, or we're not gonna.
What was my cry in the last game? What was my cry against City? What was I saying? The guys tactically were not there. The guys were just. It's like we just rounded up the starts 11 from 11 different schools in Gauteng, and we took them to a tournament, and we said, okay, shine, boy. There was no tactical awareness from the guys. That's A. B, they were not pressing. They were not showing a hunger or a desire. And then, I hate to say this, but Neridutla on the right-hand side. With all due respect to Dave, but Ichaile, SB. And what, 2 of the goals came from combinations that were coming down the City left-hand flank, which is our right back. Whether it's the pace that has gone from him, which I don't think should be an excuse because he never really relied on pace, but I think he's just aging, and in that aging process, because that guy, you could never pass him before. That guy was a tackling machine. He was always top of the team in terms of tackles. But they just pass. So my question actually, well, not my question, my comment on the Havertz part actually. Do you not think we're expecting a lot from him very soon? Same goes for Werner. Fella, these guys are kids.
And it goes to the question you asked me, why can't we play all our players at the same time? Because all our players, our new players and our squad, haven't had time to play together at the same time.
No preseason.
Yeah, we haven't had a preseason. You can't, for example, especially against City, just especially, play everyone that hasn't played together. That was the first time Pulisic, Werner and Ziyech had played together. Then you expect a performance. Come on, like, it's not going to happen. So all I'm saying is, let's buy the time. Let's just buy some time where our best players can play together, but let's give them the lesser teams. If we play the same team we played against, we put out against Fulham, against City, and we played now against Fulham, that's fine. Because they're gonna sit back, you know what I mean? So let's play our best players, but let's be pragmatic against the better teams. If we play that same team against Atletico, for example, we're getting a spanking. The same team, if it was against Atletico, we would have gotten 5. I can tell you now, we would have gotten a spanking. So all I'm saying is, Lamps tactically must just be aware.
He's learning his trade. That's
yeah,
the problem.
let me. We're not going to outplay a Liverpool. We're not going to outplay a City. We're not going to outplay Atletico. So let's be pragmatic at times. If we have to play 5 at times,
but if you're wanting him to be pragmatic at times, then you're asking him to not play his identity. There's certain coaches out there that will go against God himself the same way they go against the minnows. So are you saying that Frank needs to sacrifice from whatever his perceived identity or style is against bigger teams?
He did it last season when we beat Spurs 2-0. We surprised them by playing the 3 at the back or 5 at the back, whichever way you look at it. Yeah. We did it against Arsenal and it didn't work out, and he was able to switch mid-game and we won. We did it again. We played 5 at the back in the FA Cup when we got to the final. Yes, he needs my cries as well within the game. He doesn't change things. We're losing 3-0 in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And you keep the same team until second half. What do you mean? What do you think is going to change? So when you see, and that's what the great coaches do. Pep, Klopp, Mourinho. If things aren't working within 30 minutes, they switch it up. Tactically, be it a substitution, or just tactically say, you know what, you drop back, you play on the left, something. Frank just sits, folds his arms, and he does nothing. That's also a cry that I have.
No, my cry is his assistant, Jody Morris. He's good with the academy players, but how does he deal with the stars? Your Havertz, your Ziyech, your Werners. Okay, I want to put to the table, if Frank doesn't get top 4, doesn't win the FA Cup, we get knocked out, are you with the group that says he must stay or he must go?
I don't think that's a fair question.
No.
I don't think that's a fair question.
Okay, okay, here's why. Which other team except for us would take Frank?
Probably someone in the lower divisions.
Thank you.
Or maybe someone who just got promoted. But that's not a surprise. It's not like we didn't know what we're getting. I mean, we fetched this guy from one season.
He's a club legend. He's a club legend.
Yeah, one season derby, and then we said, okay, come take control over this big machine that is Chelsea FC. And then Frank knows how it works with Roman. He knows that at any moment they cash over. He even said it himself recently, which I like. I like the fact that he's aware that at any moment.
So, when do you think Frank should go then? Should we give him another season if we fail to make the top 4, and if we get knocked out in the Champions League round 16 and not win the FA Cup? Should we give him another season?
My prediction, I don't know if you guys remember in our earlier podcast or in our just conversations in J. Now I said that I predict that we're going to have a title run in the 2021-22 season. So,
Right.
and that was me with thinking Frank is at the helm. So I get extremely frustrated with some of his tactics. I get extremely frustrated when he plays Jorginho because I don't care from
Oh,
which angle you're looking at it. There's no way Jorginho makes our team better. Yes, he sprays passes. Okay, whoop-de-doo, have it. But we don't have possession the whole 90 minutes. And when we don't have possession, he's found wanting probably 60 to 70% of the time. He's got no physicality. He's got no. He offers nothing off the ball. He offers nothing. He doesn't run into space. He doesn't get us out of problems like say a Kovacic or someone who can dribble, who can take the ball and move it forward up the field. He doesn't do that. If he doesn't have the perfect space that he wants, then he's actually a minus. Which brings back to the point that I've always cried about. That guy was a sorry player and he was perfect for it because he'd passed 99 times back to the defenders in the game to stuff up his stat sheet that he got 99% accuracy of passing. That's the kind of guy Jorginho is, bro. He's a sorry puppet, and for me, it is disgusting each time I see him take to the field. I'm sorry,
So
TP,
Frank
I know that's
stays.
you to like him, but damn that guy.
Okay, so Nompi, Frank stays, regardless of how the season goes.
No, it's not gonna happen. Abramovich doesn't play that. If we don't capture silverware or finish top 4, Frank is going. And in some ways it would be a blessing. In some ways I think it would be shooting ourselves in the foot. Because let me also track back to when we first had a discussion about Chelsea and we were crying about a consistent back 4. Frank must have watched our podcast because what happened? Lo and behold, he then went and got a consistent back 4. And
Yeah.
lo and behold, what happened with the results? We had a fucking great run. Excuse my language. We had a great run from that period when he decided to be stable with his back line. And then I guess we ran into some wobbles. But remember, we were crying that the foundation of a good Chelsea squad is the back line that is always the same guys next to each other. And Zuma has improved in leaps and bounds from the consistent
Still a cow.
selection and next to
Still a
Thiago.
cow. Still
No,
a
I'm
cow.
not saying he's
Zuma
a
is
world-class
cow.
guy. I'm not saying he's a world-class guy. I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he's
He's
improved in leaps and
He's
bounds.
improved.
The
Still-
guy,
okay, still a
the
cow,
guy
but
who's
he's
Zuma
improved.
now compared to last year.
Yeah, he was just rubbish last year.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Look, quick one. I want to ask something though. We're speaking about Jorginho and the midfield, and Kante, let's be honest, has been a bit shaky the last couple of games. Started off well, it was the old Kante. When we had our 16-game unbeaten run, it was the old Kante. Do we have a
What
solution
decade?
when Kante needs rest or is injured? Or
We do.
who?
Billy.
He's 18
So wait,
years old.
can I
Billy
talk about
Gilmore.
Billy? Can I talk
Billy.
about Billy? I was
Billy.
chatting to my brother the other day, and
And that's
my
all
brother
right.
says Billy should start ahead of Kovacic and ahead of Jorginho.
Thank you.
What do you guys rate on that?
I think they should play together. I think Kante should play with him, but will Billy survive an Atletico Madrid with the Saul, Koke, Lorente in midfield? Can he
You
play
don't know.
Billy in the Champions League last 16, for
I think
example?
throw him in there. Throw him in.
Vusi,
I think-
Billy.
I think he's a generational talent. Watch. Throw him in there.
We throw him in, then we take out who? We take out Havertz and Mount. Oh,
No, no,
I mean,
no,
we
no.
play
No,
Mount
actually,
Throw in Billy.
no, I think we're not gonna play
And Havertz.
Kovacic, so we'll play Kante and Billy.
Thank you. Yeah.
and who at 10?
Havertz.
You know, teacher's pet will be at 10. Havertz will come on second half.
Mount must rest now. Mount must rest.
Mount will never rest. Mount is an ever present fixture in our squad.
Have you guys been hearing the story? How do you guys, okay, two things. How do you guys feel about Tomori maybe going to Milan? Which I don't get why Tomori isn't playing. I really don't understand it. Why is Christensen
Two players
not
that should be
going?
playing. Two players that should be playing at Chelsea. Fikayo Tomori and Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now we know Hudson-Odoi onalo teka and he has his games where he's just doing absolute nonsense. But the whole point is that we give him game time, he gets into a rhythm and he starts to deliver more consistently. But that guy, dare I say, could have been Hazard's replacement had we handled the situation better from the jump in terms of giving him game time and making sure that he feels comfortable. fine, Pulisic can also be considered someone who can replace Hazard, but I'm not even trying to say we need to replace Hazard, but we've always had that flair player that can get us out of a sticky situation. And now we went and fetched Havertz, who will take some time to integrate. Ziyech is there as well, but I really think Hudson-Odoi needs to get a run in. If it means playing Ziyech at 10, so be it. But that guy, we need to see a run with Hudson-Odoi. And then Tomori started blisteringly last season, and then I think Frank found the nudes that he held of him and deleted them, because from there he just never got scheme. So I don't know. I'm a fan of Tomori, but he still needs to develop, and the loan might be good for him because it seems Frank has found his pairing, and that's what he wants to stick with.
Okay. Last. What? 10 seconds. Give us your final. What do you say? Last 10 seconds. What's the future holding? What do you want to leave us with?
I hope we get top 4. For me, if you don't get top 4, Frank must go.
You, Nompi?
I think we need to change the narrative at Chelsea, and our opportunity to do so is now with Frank. Frustrating as it is, and you know, TP, I cry to you frequently about his tactics, but I think he's our opportunity to step away from always changing managers. I think he should stick around, and he'll give us the title next season.
Okay. Now,
TP?
let's hopefully we win. All I'm saying is watch out. Upamecano, we're in a shot of getting Upamecano in the summer. Just look out for that. If we don't go for Rice, Upamecano is someone 40 mil. That's his release clause. So Thiago is done for after the season, I reckon. But yeah, Upamecano could be our answer with Zoom at the back. That's all I'm saying.
The problem, if Upamecano comes, then it's gonna give them an excuse to fire Frank, because then we're gonna fetch the Red Bull coach, because then he's got 2 of his guys that he can put into the team and get the best out of. Watch the space.
Okay,
Alright.
let's see.
Alright, James.
Cheers, man. Let's beat Fulham today. Let's start by that.
Let's do that, yeah.
Alright, sweet, man.